Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I was spending my day in Port Huron with my mother celebrating her birthday. So can you guys wish my mother a happy birthday in the chat? But today we are talking Detroit Pistons. Feels good to talk about them. Um, I want to talk about what this team's potential could be if Blake Griffin can stay healthy, because we've seen him ball out last season, having a career year, but we have seen him work harder this year already. Seems that he is 100% healthy. He is improving his jump shot. His jump shot looks better than ever. He hits like something like 20 in a row at one point in time. If you have not seen those workout videos, I highly recommend either trying to find them on YouTube. I've seen them on Instagram and Twitter all the time. So be sure to try to find him if you have not, because his jumper is slightly modified. And we've talked about this in a previous video, but I want to talk about health, because that is the key factor in how good or how bad the Detroit Pistons will be. And I think this is going to be a key factor in what we are going to do with Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond, because if we can stay healthy, I honestly believe that this team can be a top four team in the East. They have talent now. They have depth now. They have a lot of young pieces that they need to develop this season and give them some playing time. But as far as Blake Griffin, this dude has no weaknesses offensively anymore. He is a solidified shooter, a solidified scorer. And I want to call him a scorer more than a shooter now, because he can literally get buckets from anywhere on the court. This dude has won me over, especially in the almost at the finals. Yikes, the playoffs. Playing on one leg, giving it his all when all hope seemed lost. Blake Griffin was that light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm glad we have a guy like Blake Griffin here. Defensively, he needs some work, but he's not going to get better defensively. And it's not like he's terrible. But I think he has to focus more offensively and really put all of his effort into the offensive end, because he's all we got. But I think that's starting to change. And I think it's only going to get better from here on out, bringing in guys like Derrick Rose, who needs to stay healthy as well. But Markieff Morris, Tony Snell, all these guys are good 3-and-D players who, might not shoot the lights out, but they're going to be consistent. And they're going to have bad games. You play 82 games of the regular season, everyone's going to have a bad game. But these guys are good veteran players. You don't have to worry about overpaying them. Tony Snell is making 12, I think, but he is an expiring contract. So I'm not really too worried about it. And I don't know if we're going to start Tony or not. I don't care, because those guys can be coming off the bench or starting for all I care, and they're going to be effective. They have done a great job surrounding Blake Griffin with perimeter shooters. That being said, you still have guys like Andre Drummond, who, really, knock on wood, doesn't get hurt a lot. He's rarely missed any NBA games, maybe a few a year. That being said, Blake Griffin is going to have another big year. I think that this year he is going to play 70 to 72 games. I think that he needs to have a lot of load management games this year. And I think we need to knock down his minutes in games, especially in blowouts, and really not rely on him so much, because we have players that can create their own shots, hence bringing in guys like Luke Kennard in the draft. You need to initiate a healthy Reggie Jackson, which is going to be good and takes some of the pressure off of Blake. Even if he's not the same Reggie Jackson as 2015, he's going to be better than last season, which, really shouldn't be that hard. Giggity. But Blake Griffin should be All-NBA second team this year. The Pistons' main goal is not only to make the playoffs this year, it's not only to win a playoff game, it's to get to the second round of the playoffs. That should be their goal and their mindset. And if they're healthy, which is the key factor, they will have no problem accomplishing that feat. Because after this season, You're going to get a Kevin Durant back in the East. The East is going to get tougher. You're going to have to improve. You're going to have some money to spend. Not really a good free agent class involving superstar talent. So that being said, the key factor here is health. Blake Griffin being healthy and not getting injured in late after the All-Star break is going to be a key factor. And I think that the Pistons are going to look at what they did last season, how much they relied on Blake Griffin, how much they used him. I think Blake Griffin was second or third in total usage last year, if I'm not mistaken, and it wore him down. You can't do that to someone who has, throughout his career, suffered with injuries, especially leg injuries. So Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose are going to be limited but more efficient. I don't think that they're going to severely knock down Blake Griffin. But I think at the same time, like I said, load management, not playing him that many minutes like they did last season, and really trying to expand this offense to take some of the pressure off of him. So you got to take in some of these key factors for him. You know, like there's so many more things we could talk about, but I'm trying to hurry up and get ready to go to this beach. So it's been a fun and positive offseason for the Pistons. I think that the Pistons are on the right track. I think by the time Blake Griffin is going to be on his way out of Detroit, whether if we're going to re-sign him here in a few years or if we are going to part ways with him, we have this replacement in Sekou. So hopefully Blake Griffin will take Sekou underneath his wing and really help develop him and kind of be his mentor. There's so many more things that we could talk about. It's going to be fun talking about this team as the NBA season gets closer and closer. I know Monday they are releasing the schedule, so we are going to be talking about that. But let me know what you guys think about Blake Griffin's offseason so far. He looks healthy. He looks in amazing shape, and it looks like he's ready to play basketball. And you, as a fan and someone rooting for this team or rooting for Blake Griffin, you can't help but root for the guy, man. He wants to win here in Detroit, and I want those players who want to be here and who want to win. He tried his best getting people here that just didn't want to come. But that being said, man, that's all I got for you guys today. Instagram, Twitter, and Mixer in the description. Be sure to follow me on all those, and all DSA members are in the description as well, so be sure to check out all those fellas, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.